Hey everyone, this is Lisa Raymond from Toastmasters WeSERV Speakers, and what I'm going to do today is take you through the summer 2025 District 3 TLI registration process to do the on-demand TLI for officers. There's been some questions about how this works, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure the information on the website has been updated yet. I know they're working on it, but we're going to start there like you would as a member. When you come to the website, you're going to be going to aztoastmasters.org. And then under the events, get there real quick, you'll have TLI officer training. And then from there, it's the summer TLI credit. That should bring you to the TLI officer training webpage. Down here, you can attend the TLI under the one of two ways. The second way, which is now, at least the date's been updated to August 2nd, is in Tucson. That's not going to work for most of us in Phoenix or North. We're going to go ahead and register for the on-demand TLI. So you click here to register. When you do, you're going to come to this form which closed. Okay, let me bring it up again. This is why I need to do things in the moment. So if I click register, wait a minute. Let me go backward. I'm going to open it in a new tab, guys. So that way I don't lose this page, okay? You can register the in-person. The second one is what we want, which I think I put in my email. On-demand register now. So we're going to click that. I'm going to open it in a new tab, okay? We're going to go there. Once it fills in, the three pieces of information that you had to have were your member ID, district number, which is 3, and our club number, which you'll see is up above here on my camera. So with that, I'm going to go grab my TLI stuff. So what I did is I typed in my stuff onto a notepad on my computer. So that way I have it. That's also helpful if you're asked during the live Zoom to drop that in the chat. You would do that because they're going to probably use the chat then to verify your attendance in the live with the registration. So, and make sure when you're finished with everything, please give me the information. So I'm going to register. My member ID is here. My email address with Toastmasters. The long one. The clubs I'm in. This is where you list every club you're with. Okay. I'm only listing one. People like Colleen may have more than one. So if you do, I would drop a line down, just hit return and type the next club name in. If this is the only club you're in, you're good. If you have more than one club, again, list those, then this will affect what you do here for the officer role, okay? When you're done listing your club or clubs, click on the officer role and select all that apply. I am the VPE, that's Vice President of Education, Secretary, Vice President of Public Relations, Treasurer, Sergeant at Arms, and Vice President of Membership. I don't think it'll let you click on more than one if you hold more than one. Oh, maybe it will. Yeah, okay. So even if you list one club, you will let you list more than one officer role, okay? If you only hold one officer role, just click that off and you're good to go. Once you have this filled in, click on submit. And again, this is for the on-demand registration, which was option 2 on the website. When you get to that page, scroll down a bit, and that's where you're going to find that on the left. If you have any questions, let me know. We're going to submit this. Form is submitted successfully. It's going to redirect us back over here. And this is where I'm at. Now, again, I opened this over here because people may need to get the registration link. Part of my help is to make sure you have the right page for the registration. I didn't want to take for granted that because I registered, this page would not go away. So trust but verify when it comes to technology. I've learned that over the years. Okay, now we're on the Summer 2025 On-Demand Toastmasters Leadership Institute, or TLI. We have to watch the welcome video. It's fairly short, I would think. We have the first step, which is cultivating a distinguished mindset. Yeah, I think that's what this is. The next one is the nuts and bolts. For newer officers, what that means is you attend or watch the on-demand video for your job role. So if you're the treasurer, this is what you click on. If you're the VPE like me, I would click here and then go find the VPE one. The next one are electives, and I think you need two. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Watch one nuts and bolts session along with the opening, watch Cultivating a Distinguished Mindset message, and I think that's what this is. Watch two elective sessions. You get to pick what those are. There's no right, wrong reason. I don't care. There may be a evaluation form at the end of all of these. So keep track of what you're watching. Take notes because the evaluation may ask you to leave notes and comments. So just being a little prepared here, using a notepad on your computer so you can copy paste. It's easy. Step 4, attend one of the interactive sessions. The interactive being the one online live. And they recommend we attend the session for our role. Step 5, submit the completion form. Cultivating the mindset. We all have to watch this. This is where we're going to start. Going to the live, I'm just going to skip down here. You click on the day and time where you can attend a live Zoom session. It's saying to watch the one for our role. I don't see that here. I think they were confused at district because there's a lot going on in district. When they mentioned, we recommend you attend a session for your role on the live, I think they meant the nuts and bolts, honestly, which is what our role is, honestly. So here it's just attending a session because there's nothing breaking out that says treasurer, vice president, public relations, etc. So pick the day and time that works with your schedule. Make sure you put it on your calendar. Make sure you set reminders for it so you don't miss it. Let me know if you have any questions at all. The resource that we have is the officer role and resource page. I would open that in a new tab. So let's do that real quick before we sign off. This research page tells people, and for our newer members, if you're not an officer yet, this will let you know what the officer roles do. This will show you what each leadership role in the club does, including past president, which actually becomes the mentorship chairperson, which talks with and helps members get familiar with the club, how Toastmasters works with both membership and the vice president of education on their pathways, how things are going, makes them ready to, helps them get ready for their speeches and presentations. There's other resources there, officer elections. These people are teaching the main sessions for Toastmasters this year. I know Amanda, she's awesome. I know Tim, he's super awesome. I don't know the other three, but if you click the plus, it comes down with the little one and it will tell you what they're going to present on. Tim is presenting on cultivating a distinguished mindset. That's probably for us to work towards all year to make sure we end up distinguished, select distinguished, or president's distinguished. We earned president's distinguished last year, so let's see if we can do it again this year. Gracie Barnes is doing the distinguished 90-day action plan. Not bad, that way he gets clubs off on the right foot. Amanda, unlocking Toastmasters club success. That should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Rick Ledick is doing a presentation, running an effective club executive meeting. This is challenging sometimes, especially if you can't get everybody together in the room, and I understand that. So we'll try that this year. We can try something on Zoom. We'll figure it out, but this ought to be something really good for the officers to look at. And Jen Drews is going to do a TLI vision goal setting session. That should be interesting. I'm going to look forward to that. So it summarizes your roles for their president, vice president of education. Some of the officer manuals and slideshows may be helpful, especially if you're new in the role. Take a look at those and see if that will help you. So if I open the president one, for example, the slideshow and the manual for what the president does. And the same then would go with my role as well. Vice President of Education slideshow, read more about it. Okay, and then Vice President of Education manual. The role summary is very long, but it shows what the Vice President of Education has to do. So for future officers, you're thinking about taking this role, and I encourage somebody to do it, please, because at the end of June, I'm stepping out of this role completely. This is exactly what goes on with it. And it seems like it's a lot. It actually goes by faster than you think. Once you get it into a mood or a groove of what you can do, honestly, doing all these, it doesn't take that much time at all, honestly. And that goes for all the other officer roles as well. Just, be briefed on them and say like, hey, I was thinking about VP, but maybe I'd like secretary better. No, it happens, but this way you can get prepped for it all year. And then when we hold our elections, you can put in for what you want to do. Immediate past president, the only role they really have is mentoring, except it's a long list. Okay. Providing positive leadership to officers. They have a typo. Good Lord. I'm going to tell them that. Good Lord. And members. Lead by example. Be diplomatic. Typical things I would expect to see for a president or a immediate past president, which is also then the mentorship person that handles mentoring in the club. Networking, relationship building, conflict management, some stuff, honestly, we can all learn to do, I think. So it would be good to learn more about that. Our club officer elections, they're held before the end of May, typically. We're an annual club, if people ask about it. So we only hold elections once a year. We have some clubs that hold them twice a year because that's the structure of their club. We have to have a majority of what they call a quorum in order to elect new officers. So when we're thinking of this, we want to make sure we plan it ahead of time as much as we can, as soon as we can, so people are thinking about it and making sure their calendar is clear, ready to attend that meeting so we can elect our officers for next year, okay? And the deadline for that is June 30th. Now, I like to get it done before then myself because there is so much that goes on at the end of the Toastmasters year, which happens June 30th, and usually they kick off a couple of TLIs in person during that month. I would strongly recommend between that, memberships and everything else, make sure we are done well before June 30th. Again, I target on purpose the end of May. That gives everybody in the district and in Toastmasters International enough time to align everything based on what's been completed so the new people can kick off right away. That also gives us time to update the website. So that way, those people, especially the people who manage the pathways on Toastmasters International, have immediate access come July 1st. Those are the president, the vice president of education, and the secretary. Okay. If you have any questions, let's stop that. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. You guys have my email. I'll make sure I put it down in the description below anyway. I'll do some other videos as I go through some of this training. This is the bulk of what I wanted to show you today. We have to have our training done before August 31st. And because it's me, I'm going to move the date. So I'm going to recommend we have our training done before August 25th. That gives our district 1 week to make sure everybody's added in all at once, to make sure their records are kept up to date, so they can submit a final accurate record for our club. I prefer it a little sooner than that, but life happens, and I don't want to put that much of an undue burden on people. My recommendation, again, get it done before the 25th, but that would be the last drop dead day. The sooner we are getting that done, the sooner our records will be up to date and on time, so we don't have to worry about it until the next 6 months goes by, and we have to do this again around January. Just fair warning. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, drop me an email in the chat below or in the description below. And I will see you for the rest of this year on another video. Be sure you subscribe to our channel because you never know when I'm going to drop one. And I might just drop one just because. But that way, stay in touch with what's going on. And if you have questions, I'll turn it into a video so everybody can learn from it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a fabulous day.